finally I found my dream guy. Finally, if I keep him, I could finally have that relationship that I've always wanted and be happy, because that's what everyone promises. See, that's a problem. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with jealousy whenever you feel jealous for your man. Now, in this situation, it's more about over jealousy, not normal jealousy, but over jealousy, psycho jealousy, as I like to call it. So jealousy is also normal and healthy. A good amount of jealousy, but not an overly amount of jealousy. So how do you find that middle ground? Okay? The important thing to find about that middle ground is to observe the relationship you have with yourself. If you're constant, because again, jealousy is good to a point. I'm talking about obsessive jealousy, where you are questioning everything that the guy does, every girl that he talks to. That's obsessive jealousy. It becomes an obsession. It's not good for you. It corrodes you and your relationships and the people in your lives. So how do you deal with it? The first thing you got to deal with it is realize that you got to have presence of mind. You have to be able to relax underneath that tension of jealousy. Because when you feel jealous, you usually hear you usually hear a mental chatter on overdrive. Usually creating future projections as to what would happen. Those future projections are based on your own insecurities, your own lack of happiness. For example, it's kind of like with a guy, right? When a guy's normal and you don't like him, you see him posting a photo with a girl, you assume that's a friend, right? His friend. As soon as you like him, she is, who's the bitch? That's what it is. Like, who is she? Who is she, huh? Like, every girl he posts a picture with is like a potential threat. It's because you like him now. I'm talking about not just liking him, but when you feel like you possess him, when you feel like he's only yours, when you want him only for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. And that happens either A, because you have a bad attachment to yourself, like that means like you have a negative attachment, all right? Or B, because he has become your primary source of happiness, which is, finally I found my dream guy. Finally, if I keep him, I could finally have that relationship that I've always wanted and be happy, because that's what everyone promises. See, that's a problem, because now this is more than just a relationship. This means a lot more than that. And because it means so much to you than what it means to the guy, which is he doesn't just like that, he just likes you for you are for you. You don't just like him, but you depend on him to maintain who you are. It causes you to have an unhealthy attachment, to the point when you have separation anxiety to the nth degree. So how do you do this? First, you got to learn how to have presence of mind, right? So you do it through observing the jealousy. Presence of mind is being able to relax underneath the tension. So you do it through observing the jealousy. Yo, I always go back down to self-awareness, but because self-awareness is pretty much the key. Man, is that you again, bird? Back off, nigga, shit. So you have to observe the jealousy. So what you have to do is, rather than feel jealous, right? Observe it. Become curious about your experience of being jealous. Go to the root of the emotion. Go to what motivates those mental chatters and mental images, which is the emotion, and observe it. Become more curious about the cause and the effect. Become more curious about the emotion than the reactions of those emotions. You see? So notice it. Notice the space. Ask yourself, I wonder what's going on inside of me at this moment, and just notice it. And just become aware of it. All right? Usually when you feel jealous, you're trying to feel better. All right? Ask yourself, am I trying to feel better right now? And you just notice it. Okay? You notice it. And then after you notice you're trying to feel better, ask yourself, what would happen if I stopped trying to feel better just for 1 minute? I was trying to feel better just about a second ago. If that feels so much better, right? It's crazy. This shit works, man. And so, because the thing is that tension is there to help you feel better. So you just have to notice it and realize that you are trying to feel better and let go. Like, you feel like literally like a weight drops off your shoulder. Don't try not to feel jealous as well. Don't try not to feel better, because it'll increase it. It's like trying to put down fire with fire. No, relax. Observe it. Breathe into it. You can't use the same thing that's causing you pain to help you better, which is content. You can't use your mind, the contents of your mind, to help you feel better. That's temporary. You have to use what contains the contents of your mind, which is the present, your awareness. When being and doing jealous things, smile at yourself and have compassion for your body. You know, it's hard not to feel jealous. So if you do feel jealous, that means those mental neurological pathways are there. You can't change it. So rather than judging yourself and feel shitty, have compassion for yourself. You have to have compassion for yourself and smile at your body. Your body's trying to make you feel better. It's trying to help you out. So rather than feel bad and say, man, I wish I wasn't a jealous girl, realize that you are not your body per se, and just have compassion. Be like, you know what, body, I know you're trying to make you feel better, and just let your body do what it's doing, and observe it, and have compassion for your body. Right? The other one is the second one: unintimidate yourself. Focus on the now when things get tough. Fear and anxiety are all emotions that come from the future projection, which is what jealousy is all about. Focus your attention on the now and it'll work, which primarily comes down to being present. So there are different ways. Bring your attention to your senses. Ask yourself, what's going on right now? What's going on right now? Just notice what's going on right now. When you fully bring your attention to what's going on right now, it takes away the attention from your mental images, from your mind. You're not going to notice the thoughts and emotions. I mean, the thoughts and the images. You're just going to notice the emotions, which you're going to convert into physical sensations. So rather than jealousy, you just feel the sensation of jealousy. And you write it and you notice it. Tension here, tension there. Thoughts arising. You're kind of like becoming a scientist of your own reactions. 3, realize that the problem isn't the situation, which is the guy or you see the different picture with a girl, whatever. That's not the problem, but your state of mind. Your filtering system that dictates whether you're going to feel negative or positive about a certain event. When you feel sad or when you feel insecure, you usually feel more jealous. That all depends on your state of mind, your filtering system. When you're mad at him or when he fucks up per se, you usually feel more jealous. When you feel like he is cheating on you, you usually feel more jealous, all right? Now, I'm not talking about that because that's normal. You have suspicion. Now, I'm talking about when you're demanding his attention. When you're demanding his attention to help you feel better, to conform you to your own insecurities. That's a problem. So what you have to do then is observe the lack of peace inside of yourself. Observe it. Notice how there is a lack of peace and bring a lot of attention and awareness to it. Because when you do it, calms your system down. It calms you down. It relaxes you. And a lot of time, it's not that you are just jealous. It's just that you have a detachment to yourself. You don't feel comfortable with yourself, so you want somebody else to be that comforting presence. And that's because you are out of touch with yourself. You are compartmentalizing yourself. There are certain parts of yourself that you believe you cannot meet, and so rather than bringing your attention to it, you try to subconsciously tell somebody else to help you fulfill it, and they do, or at least it looks like they do. And as a result, you grab onto them harder because they're like, "Oh fuck, you fulfill me." Little do you know that what they're doing you could do on your own, but at a deeper level. But you have to use these strategies and bring a lot of attention to that neediness, because this whole time you were looking to fix a circumstance, but now you're looking to fix the cause of your circumstance, which is your perception. Have different sources of happiness. Most people have one primary source of happiness. You want to have different sources. When you have no social support, or you are alone a lot, the things that the guy does matter to you more. You must have other sources of happiness in order to avoid that trap. When he's your only source of happiness, when he's the dream guy you always wanted, there's nobody else like him. It's gonna be difficult for you to have a relationship that's of a healthy attachment. So what you have to do then is find other sources of happiness. Find what makes you happy and do it. Even better, find a social event. Things that you could do socially on a consistent basis and do it if you don't have any friends. Like me, I'm gonna sign up for improv class hopefully by this week. Improvisational. You have to have different sources of happiness, not just one woman or one man, because then you're gonna depend on them too much, and that's an unfair situation to put them in. Meditate and become your own source and become attuned to your own needs. Realize that jealousy is more of an inadequacy rather than losing him. It's not that you don't want to lose him, but rather you don't want to lose yourself by losing him. And the last one, if you're going to confront them of your jealousy through you saying, you know what, I think my jealousy is based on fact. If you are going to confront them, take a step back and observe it so that you don't go in it emotionally. So if you do feel jealous and you feel like confronting them, there's nothing wrong with confronting them, but bring awareness to the jealousy, breathe into it, right? Okay, and then confront them. All right, it's gonna be more healthier, more relaxed, rather than feeling just and boom and going into it. No, 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 no. Don't go Jerry Springer style. Okay, relax. Observe it. Ask yourself, am I trying to feel better? Notice it. Ask yourself, what would happen if I stop trying to feel better? Okay, okay, and then take action. Because if you don't, there's gonna be emotionally. So, anyways, this is how you do it, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.